Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Tech Sheck. And as you can see, we continue to build on some of the great successes we're seeing in the Pakistan tech startup ecosystem. Today, we have with us a very interesting and running concern, Sastaticket.pk. Their mission, let's make it easier for people in Pakistan to acquire travel tickets, hotel bookings, go for Hajj and Umrah, and do it all online. And with that, I'd like to introduce the CEO, Shazil Mekhri. Shazil, thank you for being with us today.
Thank you, Faruk. Thank you for having us.
Our pleasure, Shazil. And let's, as we do in Tech Check style, let's jump right in. Shazil, tell us a little bit about you. Tell us a little bit about Sastaticket.pk.
Thank you, Faruk. So, just a quick introduction about myself. I'm CEO and co-founder of Sastaticket. We set up Sastaticket in 2016, and we're building a travel platform for the Pakistani consumer, for the Pakistani traveler, to make their travel affordable.
Fantastic. And been hearing and seeing some great things about what's happening in Pakistan. And on that basis, wanted to understand from you a little bit better, what does that ecosystem look like? Because a lot of us here in North America have probably limited experience with traveling from Pakistan out or inside of Pakistan. Give us a brief overview of what's happening today and what you envision.
So in terms of traveling, traveling into the country and out. So the travel space in Pakistan is heating up. I think as a lot of us have seen. We had AirSeal into the Pakistani space last year, and now we are expecting another 2 airlines to come online over the next 1 year.
Wow.
With at least one of them coming online in the next 6 months. So we are expecting at least a 40% capacity increase in terms of seats flying in and from Pakistan. So this is a pretty exciting space to be in. On the hotel side, domestic tourism, as you know, has really been hot over the last couple of years. I think just over the last Eid holidays, there were 2.75 million Pakistanis that went up to the northern areas over one weekend. So that shows you the volume of travel, the volume of tourism in Pakistan.
Very, very interesting. So, Shazil, what is, in terms of Sastaticket, what is the end game? What are you trying to provide to the consumer from an experience perspective?
So we're building like the Expedia for Pakistan, right? And not just for Pakistan, but also for markets around us. So in terms of experience, I think that what we want to do is we want to create a platform that Pakistanis trust, right? So travel, is a deeply personal event for all of us. And what we've really been focusing on over the last few years is just really making sure that customers trust us, right? Because once they trust us for, let's say, a domestic flight, and tomorrow they can buy their hotel from us, they can buy their transfers. So it's really just building a platform that is trusted.
Very good, very good. And just understanding a little more, there's a lot of nascent concepts for Pakistan that we've seen here in the West grow. And on that basis, we see a lot of competition here. What's going on in that market?
From a competition perspective, I think that the Pakistani ecosystem is heating up. So you are seeing lots of exciting companies come up. So I do see competition increasing over the coming years. But I think that we've been around since 2016. We have an amazing team. We have a team of 120 right now at Sastaticket. And really, for us, it's just a matter of just staying focused on the customer and making sure that we're building what they want. And I think that if we can do that, I think Sastaticket is in a good place.
Great. Any idea of what the Pakistani tourism marketplace is from a quantum perspective?
Sure. Yeah. So there is external research that states that the Pakistani tourism market is worth around $19 billion.
Okay. Interesting. And that's pretty sizable for a country like ours. Uh, what is the primary driver of that travel and tourism, in your opinion?
Yeah, so that includes pretty much everything, right? So that includes flights, flights, hotels, bus. Then there's also like a very large disorganized sector in terms of bus. There's Umrah, Hajj is a very big part of the travel space in Pakistan. But just for context, travel is a $2 trillion industry around the world, right?
Sure.
And online travel is around $700 billion. So travel, has a very large share of the global GDP, and it has a decent share of the Pakistani GDP. But we're significantly behind the global ratios. So over the coming years, the Pakistani travel space size should increase.
Very interesting. Very interesting. Great. So I guess, the nice thing is you've given me some very clear and concise answers. As you know, we try to keep Tech Sheck fairly tight. I'm going to come to my last question, and that is, what can the diaspora do to help promote this effort and what's happening in Pakistan?
Yes, I think the diaspora is already doing a great job. I think you guys are doing a great job by connecting the diaspora to the Pakistani ecosystem. So I think there's a lot of good work happening from people like you. I think it's just a matter of just supporting the ecosystem. I think that right now there's a lot of expertise that's available, in that diaspora that we can benefit from.
Excellent, excellent. Well, Shazil, wonderful to have you on the show. We wish you the best. Great endeavors ahead of us.
Okay, thank you, Faruk.
And to our audience, as you can see, we continue to highlight and focus on all the great activity happening in the Pakistan tech startup ecosystem. As you well know, last year, over $270 million has flowed in. Let's keep that momentum going, because end of the day, what does that do? It promotes employment, creates jobs, creates wealth. That's what we need. And with that, I bid you all Allah Hafiz.